All right. Okay, let's test audio test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. I've been having some trouble with my microphones. All three of them at once, it seems like. Anyway, I was working on this. Well, I met with Jack, and he wants to build a barn garage type thing in Minnesota, northern Minnesota of all places. And he sent me a picture of a friend of his that built this thing. And I don't like this. I'm going to show you why I don't like this situation where we have this wall sitting on top of this floor without any continuity between the side walls. Because these, not so much with trusses, but especially with rafters, you can push these want to push out. I was doing a job like this when I was like, I don't know, 21 years old. I've been doing this, since I was like 15, and I'm 60 now. But um, the walls, and it wasn't at the corners. The corners hold good, right? But in the middle of the wall, it pushed out. It pushed the walls out because we had very few collar ties. The owner didn't want collar ties at all, and we literally had to get a come along and strap it around the middle of the walls and pull it together. So now I have this detail where I run the wall down beside the floor trusses, and I secure the studs at the top and the bottom of the cord of the trusses. So if you could look down the side, and I'm going to try to show this when we're doing this, the side wall is not hinged right here. I consider this a hinge right here. And so what it does is if you run the stud on down to the top plate of the wall below, then you take out some of the hinge and you're able to, you can imagine, now you've got this force working against the hinge down here. And of course, if you do proper collar ties on your roof, you don't have to worry about that much, but there's still that force there. Anyway, darn physics. So, as far as I had gotten with Jack in our last meeting, our first meeting, was I kind of roughed out this floor and walls. Here we go. As usual, too many layers. And we just kind of this is what I do in my meetings. We'll rough it out using standard SketchUp tools. Just getting it close, like this dormer, I just stuck it on there because it's, just to graphically show it. But now I have to painstakingly put the valley in. So we're going to look at that. And so then what I do is I'll turn that off, and then I'll make sure my floor plan is correct, which is right here. And I'll set it, I'll typically set it right here at the beginning. Like if I've got a foundation where the wall's going to sit on directly on it, I'll set the floor plan there. Or if I've got a floor like this, the second floor plan, I will set it right on top of the floor like that. And it gives me a guide to go from. Of course, that's the first floor plan. Well, I may leave it there, and then I'll put that one in this second floor plan tag layer, and then I can turn it on and off as need be. But again, for now, I'm going to turn off this scheme floor, and I'm just going to work. I had done a little foundation, a little poured. This will be, in Minnesota, I think the footing's going to have to be at least 3 foot deep. There's a little bit of a thing going on between me and the owner right now where, and I got to look into this, he wants to do an insulated shallow footing, which is, I think, obviously you could probably do, but I just don't know. To me, I'm wondering what's going to be less expensive. Sometimes you can just, these trenches really aren't that deep, right? Sometimes you can just dig a deep trench and pour it full of concrete cheaper than you can go through all that rigmarole with the turn down slab and all that insulation. So anyway, the point there is getting the footing down below the frost line, which is pretty deep in Minnesota. So that way you avoid the freeze, frost, heaving of the soil, and all that. Anyway, um, so that's to be determined what type of exact foundation. This may turn into his shallow, floating, slab, monolithic slab, turned down slab. But in any event, I'm going to use my Deeks wall extension to save a little time. Let's see, I'm going to turn off this roof. One thing I love about SketchUp 2023 was was this 2022? Am I already a year old? The ability to use folders to organize your tags. We old timers call them layers, but woke SketchUp has to call them tags. Anyway, my love-hate relationship with SketchUp continues. But so anyway, let's get started with the walls. And I installed Nathan's new wall extension, the update, and I don't know how much work I've done on. I think I've built one wall. I've done three here: 2x4, 8 foot, 2x4 exterior with brick veneer. So I think I'll just start a normal wall, and we'll load. Let's see. We'll click save, and I'm gonna call this 2x6 exterior with. Does he want to do battens? I'm just going to call it 2x6 exterior for now. We can always rename it. And then I'm going to make it 9 foot tall. So it'll be 109. If you don't know, stud walls, walls that have pre-cut studs, which are the easiest way to build. So for your 8-foot wall, your studs are 92 5/8, and for your 9-foot walls, it's 104 5/8. Then you have 4.5 inches of plate, because you'll have 1.5 inch bottom plate and 2 top plates. And on this, it just occurred to me I need to put a mud seal down, so we may do that first. But in any event, you end up on a 9-foot wall is typically 109 and 1/8, and that 1/8 just comes from adding all that up. Well, it's the 104 5/8. It's that extra little 1/8 on the end of the stud length that gives you this. And somehow, over the 1,000 years, we've decided the perfect length of studs. So don't complain to me about it. Anyway, I'm just kidding. So we got 5.5 inch studs. We don't have any commie corners. That's good. Just joking for those without sense of humor. And update. I like to go ahead and show my sheathing at 1/2 inch, because nominally when we pop our lines on plates or floors, we make it 1/2 inch, because OSB has a tendency to absorb moisture and swell a little. So I'm just giving in and saying it's that. I'm going to go ahead and make this battens for right now. I don't know if that'll be, that'll be the ultimate thing, but we'll see. And I think I'm just going to go for now, and I'm just going to save this and do a 6 load, and we'll see. And the other thing that Nathan did for me, literally for me, was he gave me this little ability to offset the wall for the sheeting, because the sheeting of the wall, if you look, the framing should be set back for the sheeting thickness, which again is 1/2 inch. It's nominal. It's sold as 7/16 OSB, but in reality, when you have matter getting between the sheeting and the studs, it ends up being a half inch with life. Life plus OSB. Life plus 7/16 is half inch. So now I've got this weird, which I don't remember. This must be part of the update. I don't remember having this color, this brown color. But I always like to start off with just a light. Then we'll worry about the color later. So I just usually change whatever it is. And let's see if our, let's see, and you can see here, this is the way it should work. Now, we'll edit this. I'll show you how this really works in real life. Your cladding will have a bottom offset. Is this it? The horizontal. Is that it? One. Oh, here, never mind. I found it. It gets a little confusing sometimes. Update. Yeah, see, the reason you want your sheeting to be flush with the slab or the foundation or the framing, this could be a floor system, is because you want your siding to be hanging down over this edge. You don't want the wall to be sitting out here like this. And you'll be surprised how many even framers make this mistake. It's amazing how many times I see this mistake. And I try to preach this as much as I can. You do not want the bottom edge of your OSB exposed to the elements. This is a little cavity here for critters to go up and drill in, and because we use fiber cement now, and termites don't like that. But there's always this weird space here that, and dirt daubers get up in there. They just love it. A constant battle with the murdered dauber, dirt daubers. Let's see. Let's go back and pull up our wall again. This is why I save it, because sometimes I go on a rant and I'll have to pull my wall back up, and I'll have to redo it. Let's see. This goes there. And the only thing about this wall type that I had him do is that it won't keep going. Go back. There we go. In other words, I have to start each wall over, which is no big deal. It's still a lot quicker. See, on the normal setup, I could just keep going round and round, but I don't mind because I like having it properly done. I like having the sheeting at the proper location, so I'm not complaining. The only thing I have to do is come wall. I need to make sure that's loaded. Now, the other thing you can do too is, I'll show you in a minute. Hit this Alt, Alt, Alt. Hit Alt 3 times. There you go. Takes just a second. And what if am I able just to keep selecting? Yeah, okay. Why did I think that's weird? You learn something new every day. There we go. And our corners all come out and wrap around nice and neat. You can see we got our batten strips on there. I actually forgot what he said for the siding, but one thing I've gotten is to where I noticed these battens are on 12-inch centers, which is not common, and I meant to change that. Let me close this. And what you can do is you can go into materials under global settings, and this is another thing that Nathan has done, is allowed us to do custom materials here. And you can go in here and edit this and change this to 16 inches, because that way you'll have a batten on the layout of the sheets and on every stud. That makes it a lot better. So you update that. Oh wait, and where did that brown color come from? We're going to make this all F's. Isn't that what white is? Let's see. Yes. Okay, I'm trying to... It won't let you it won't let you put the, will it let me put it in? Let me just type F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I've done it. Okay, I'm just going to quit messing with it because I can change it. Update material. It's got a weird color now. Save. It's almost white. Save settings. Close. So now I can just update. Now I can regenerate the wall. And battens are supposed to spread out on me. What? Oh, you know what I have to do? I have to go in and reselect it. That's what it is. But I will show you how to. Oops, I keep hitting the wrong button. Sorry. I need to go down here. For some reason, when you change the definition of the siding, you have to go. Well, it makes sense. You got to go and select it and then update it. There we go. I like that better. I think it's better. Now what you can do, if you had a bunch of walls that you wanted to change all at once, you can say copy wall, and you just pick the wall you want and the parameter, the attribute you want, and let's move this over a little bit. I want it to be battens. I want to change this, and then you just select all the walls. Isn't that handy? There we go. Now let's put. I forgot to ask him about doors and windows. Maybe if I turn on my schemer. Let's see if we have any comments. No comments. Sad. So let's put this door. Let's put these doors in here. Now this is going to be one thing I like about Nathan's wall extension is that you can 2x10s built up on the bottom. Oh, and this is a tall wall, so we're going to do both. I'll show you what that means in a minute. Install door, yes. We're going to do half glass. I don't know what he's going to do, to be honest with you. Right now we'll just do a flat 2-panel, and that'll be a left hand in swing. That's correct, Bob. And then this is all correct. So let's update that, and then we'll put this in here, right there. It looks fine, except the trim needs to be thicker. So what you do is you go wall, edit opening, and you go down here to trim. It needs to be at least an inch thick. So 1 and 1. I think maybe since why did that not fix that? Oh, let's make it 1.25. There we go. It won't be that thick. I just don't like it displaying that way. It'll be. You can actually use the same thickness. You can use 3/4 thickness on the battens and the trim. I just don't like it displaying the way it displays, so I change it. And then let me look at this garage door. Oh, here's an interesting thing. You want to go in and edit this door. Let's see. I think we're down 12 inches. Well, let me do this first. I need to raise all this up. Let me turn the walls off for a second. And we need to, why that door hardware is not in the wall. What we need to do is create a plate. So I'm going to turn off. Let's see. Well, we can do it on top of the floor plan. This will be simple and quick. We need to put down a mud seal. Okay, And so it's going to be, how did I miss that? Let's go up here, right there. It'll be a 2x6, or you can use a 2x8. We'll show it as a 2x8 just to show it different than the bottom plate of the wall. And what happened here? Okay, we need to turn our floor plate off. It's getting confused on me. There we go. Sometimes when geometry is like 7.25, and then it's 1.5 inches thick. Sometimes when geometry is lined up with each other, you have a hard time differentiating. So that's our 2x8 plate, our mud seal. And we'll just go ahead and cut it out for the door. You might not think this is a big deal, and it's not. Oops. What did I do? Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I had a senior moment there. Sorry. But it is important to show, to get the proper height of your wall, is to show all the framing members in there. Get this where I can see better. I don't know why those are not cutting out. They're supposed to cut out, but sometimes they don't. You just have to delete them. Alright, so now we want to make that a group. Triple click, and then triple click on this. And we'll add it all to a group. And we'll make it, we'll just put it in wall framing for now. That's the most logical place. And it'll go off because I have the layer turned off. Now let's turn the walls back on. And now I'll show you how to do this door thingy. Drop it down. Let me check that first. That's the reason I wanted to add that plate, is because that will tell me the proper. Oh, I got to raise all the walls up 1.5 inches. Yeah. Let's give that plate a treated color just to remind us it's there. Select wood, treated. There we go. Yeah, that's good enough. I want to lighten it up a little bit. I don't like how dark it is. And then we will raise all these walls up 1.5 inches. 1.5. And now you'll see we need to drop our, now you can see our wall sitting on the treated plate. And then when we drop the doors down in a second, that will all work itself out. You can tell I made the rough opening on the concrete big enough for the rough opening for the door. That's one thing, we're trying to do. We're trying to plan here, We're not trying to, I thought I should have copied this wall. So let's make this wall correct. And then we'll copy it. It needs to go down. Let's see, where is it? 3 inches. Because of the bottom plate that we add. Well, maybe not that far. 2.5. Yeah, that's good. Let's see. Let's see what that is. You don't want it to hang down too far because it's only 1 inch. It looks farther than that. Yeah, about 1 inch is good. And we'll copy that part of the wall. we'll go wall, tools, copy wall. You think that your copy wall is something different, but that's what this is. And we want to go down to the bottom. We want to go down to the wall cladding, and then this offset vertical, and that B in the top and bottom. So we got the bottom, and then so now we want to pick that one, that one, that one, and now you can see that it's dropped down to match. So now what we're going to do is drop this door. Can we finally measure? It should be 12 or 13 and a half, I think. That's what it should be. Where is it? Yeah, 13 and a half. 1 foot, 1 and a half. Okay, so we're going to edit the door. And this is that variable or that parameter you can select where you build up the header top and bottom. It just means, and the way we do these headers is we build them as box headers. I've talked to Nathan about this before. I'm trying to get him to, we build them flush on both sides of the wall like that. And yes, it's just as strong and it meets code, and the world is not going to end tomorrow. Let's see, so wall, let's see, we want to edit the opening, so we want to grab this one. And what happened? Wall, edit opening. I didn't explode that, did I? Unique wall, edit opening. Did I somehow accidentally explode that? Oh, I'm not in the wall. That's weird. I didn't think I had to be, but I guess I do. Edit opening. What is going on? Huh. Very bizarre. Can I delete the opening? I didn't screw up the wall. No. Wall. Edit. That's the first time I've ever. Here we go. I regenerated the wall and the door is fine. Whew. Close one. Alright, so what were we doing? Oh, we want to find the offset. Sometimes I have a hard time finding this part here. Let's see. Let me do this. And I can scroll down. Door vertical offset 13.5 update. I think that's right. I don't think I have to do, yeah, you don't have to do a negative. A negative would make it go up. So there we are. We got, what is that line? Oh, that's the slab. Yeah. All right. So that's cool. You can see we got our door. Now, did I see a rough opening? Vertical offset 2. Edit opening. Oh, vertical. That 2.5 is up here, I think. Because what we do is we run these on down, and we use treated. We'll put a little treated plate there, and we'll sometimes I actually use treated Jackson trimmers here, or Jackson king studs. I thought I thought there was a way to horizontal offset. Let's make this like 6 and find out what kind of weirdness that does. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's not what we want. We don't want horizontal offset. See, so let's make this 6. If you're gonna make changes, make them. I'm pretty sure that changed the top, or it didn't. Rough opening. Let's put it back to what it was. Oh, that literally changed the size of the door. That's weird. Okay, we don't. Anyway, I'm going to show you how we normally do this, but then I'm going to undo it because um, these would go down here, all the way down. It would be a plate on the bottom. There would be a pressure treated plate down here, right? So we wouldn't leave this gap here. The whole reason of making this rough opening in the wall, in the foundation wall, is so you can bring your rough opening down. You don't want your door hanging down here without any way to fasten it. Okay, so that's the way it would really be, but we're just going to leave it alone for right now because I don't want to mess with my wall. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see if it'll regenerate. Yeah, okay, good. Because I have to put the garage door in there too. I don't want to mess that up, man. Does anybody ever join us? Here we go. Hey, Richard. How's it going? I'm working. Garage door. I wonder what kind of garage. I've never really checked. Let's see. I forgot how big this door is. It's that big. And then it's 96 inches tall, which is a good height. I don't know why I put 6. So we're going to put two 2x10s. And we're going to build up the header. Does it have? Well, we'll use let's just use a LVL. Let's just use two 9 3/4 inch, 9 1/4. I mean, here we go. We'll do that. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you. I'm going to suggest that we do, where is it? Oh, we got to turn on the advanced, yes. So, we'll show you just a second. So what we want to do too is we need 2 jacks, okay? So, then we need 2 right here, right there, on each side, because the header is longer than some places it's 4 feet, some it's 6 feet, but we know this header has to have 2 jacks because the bearing on the header will require at least 2 inches, and that'll give us 3. And then we go down here. We'll just call it glass flat panel. We'll just do that, see what that looks like. And this should be 3.5, and this should be 1. Let's update that. Let's just put it in. We can always mess with it after we get it in. There we go. And I don't like that door. I'll probably change the door. And I forgot we had a. Let's do this. Let's go here. Wall. Edit opening. and we'll fix that trim thickness to keep it from looking weird. Update, and then I like to, I wonder why it's not union. The other thing I did was ask Nathan to union the trim, because I think in real life when you put trim around the door, you don't see that line there. Not unless you make this header, this top piece thicker than the bottom. In real life, if you've got a good painter, it will look like this. It will be very clean and just continuous looking. So he made me a thing where we could make the global engineering. We go to trim. There's an option somewhere to union all trim, and I thought I had it checked. Windows, yeah, see, okay, doors, union all trim. Yes, for some reason it's not working on garage doors. But I've got this checked, so it's no big deal. It's just a little pet peeve of mine. But Nathan was nice enough to put that option in there. The main thing I want to do is drop this down. So I want to edit opening, and I want to find the door vertical offset is 13.5. Update, that'll put that down there, and it looks like the door opening is weird. Oh brother, let's see, that's 4 inches. We'll do this from the inside. I don't know how I got the concrete opening wrong, but it happens. Stuff happens. Let's see. Let me 9'8". I gotta turn the door off so I can see. All this is gonna go back. Shouldn't have clicked on that. So I want to go back at least. Let's see, I had to go back 2 inches plus 3 inches. I got to go back 5 inches. Oh, I just got lucky. I just went back 5 inches. And then this goes back 5 inches. Because you need that so that ultimately this jam and everything will come down. And I don't know why. I'm going to regenerate the door. It should be, all that should be coming down. With the, is this still, yeah. So I'm going to push this back 5 before I go down here. So that should be correct. Bob. And then the floor, the slab will be, get out of that. Out. Now go in the slab. There. You don't think this matters? Oops, wrong button. You don't think this matters, but what matters is when I do my foundation plan and I start dimensioning these openings in the concrete wall, then it's a big deal. You know, that's where it becomes a big deal. If you make this, most people will make the mistake of just making the opening in the concrete just the size of the door, and then what you have is you'll have a chunk of concrete showing right here that's right there, and you won't have a chance. So what will really happen in real life, again, like I showed before, is that this framing will be framed all the way down. just like that. But we usually use a treated member, like a treated 2x6 right here, since it's going down. And if you have enough meat here, you can put a treated bottom plate on it. But usually that little 3-inch plate will split out. So what we do is we typically would just run this on down to there. But that's one thing I have to going to ask Nathan about, because when you regenerate the wall, it'll go back up to there. And for me, the when you give that offset on the door, that framing should go with it. That's my opinion. There's our doors back in place. Alright, so that's pretty good. I'm really not getting to what I really wanted to get to today, is the roof. And but we'll get there. All good here, just getting some mapping work done. What kind of mapping work done? In Jamaica. Alright, so here I think we're going to end up having to use did I do truss, floor truss? Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is just turn on this floor frame with this schematic version of the floor I have here, and kind of skip over it for now, because I'd really rather focus on this wall, because I think this floor thickness is going to have to be deeper, yeah, than that. It's going to have to be probably 16 inches deep. Oh wait, I know what's happened. I raised the walls up. Yeah, that's what happened there. Well, yeah, I did. Yeah, that's what it is. I was wondering why that was only 10 and a half. I was like, what is that? That should go down right there. Is that true? Well, you know, that's the difference in schematic mode and real life mode, because the framing, let's see, this overall would be right there, and then this would be, let's see, in this schematic mode we want this to line up with our side, the back side of our siding. Yeah, I'm gonna go check the back other corner. And this is just going to represent the floor system. So that's correct. So this should be 24 by 36. Yeah. Oh, 26 by 34. I had it a little backwards. Oh, 36. Yeah, 26 by 36. Okay. And we're going to assume this height is correct, because I think I can get wood-eye joist. Yeah, 17 inches. That's pretty good. That's close enough to get us to where if we put a 2-foot wall, let's turn the roof on right quick. I think he wanted a 2-foot wall right here. So we're going to have to raise the roof up a little bit. Yeah, which is no big deal. I'm going to turn off this floor scheme so I don't grab it. I'm thinking about redoing this roof, because I'm not sure what's going to be more trouble. That's where it should go, right there. At the top of that line. Where did it go? I need to get to where I can see it. I can't see it. There it is. Now I can come in here and select this point. That's the house line right there. I have a whole rant video on the house line. For the philosophy of the house line. Let's check that just for the fun of it. 2 feet. There we go. This was kind of a thing to remind me to, oops, that didn't work good, to do a shed over here, so I don't need all that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to move it out of the way. I'll leave it there just to remind me. Now this roof, well, let's build these walls, because what I want to do is build a wall. What's more valuable? I think what's more valuable is doing this roof, deciding on this roof. Let's just turn it off for right now. And let's build this wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this wall on top of this because it's going to be easier. And then, well, no, I'm just going to turn this off. I just need to add 17 inches to the wall height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and we're going to go ahead and use a 2x6 wall. Well, we can use the wall. What can we do? We can use the wall that we've already used. I don't know if that's going to be weird or not. Or we might just use a wall that's different, and then I can turn I can turn the siding off on this wall and extend this siding. Let's try that. Let's go to wall, and we'll just use we're going to load this wall. We're going to load it, and then we're going to take off the siding and create a new wall. Wall cladding, why does that say Heather Moss? Wall cladding, no. We're going to update that, and we're going to call this exterior, save, without siding, without clad. Just use that word. Save. Let's see if that worked. Go down here. Oops, I'm gonna fix the height of it and then I'll save it. Let's see. Yeah, at least the siding part worked. Alright, so let's what you do is you go and you pick the wall again, edit it, and then you go fix the part you want to fix. So what we want is a wall that's 41 inches tall. Is that right? Mine's already kind of wasted today. 24 plus 17. Yeah, 41. It's not as wasted as I thought it was. 41. And we'll update that. And we'll leave it like that. And we're going to load this wall. Wait a minute, we're going to save. What did we do here? Let's close. I lost my wall. We're going to edit. And we're going to save it as what is this? B2 equals, what is that? What the heck? What did I do? Let me close this. Let me do this. Let me save this. And I'm going to regenerate this wall. We're we're going to edit it. How did I get B2 equals on all my wall definitions? I take that back and I save wall preset. Okay. And then I'm going to close. Update, close. Now, what happens? Go to wall. What in the world? Oh, it went back. Look, that's cool. All right. Freak me out. Load. And is this going to be the right? Oops. I always find a way to make things weird. Never fails. That's not the right wall. What we're going to do is going to stop wasting time, and we're going to go around, and then we're going to copy that other wall, and this is where that comes in handy. I was just trying to rebuild my wall types, right? Because I had lost accidentally. I don't know how I lost them, but when I did the wall update, I lost the wall types that I had created. Okay. So what we want to do is we'll fix this one because we don't want any trim either. We'll go in here, we'll edit this one. We'll go down to trim, say no, update. Okay, now we'll go to wall, tools, edit, or no, copy wall. And we want the height, we want the wall height of 41, and we also want the no trim. And I'm going to have to do this to make this like this. I don't know what's going on with my display, but I can't okay. I'm saying we'll get around this window being in the way. So that's good. But we don't want the trim. I don't know why I couldn't select no trim. Or I didn't select it properly. So we'll update that. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this siding trim up to cover that. Wall trim. No, update. And select that one and wall trim. Where are we? No. Update. So we shouldn't have any. Oh, brother. Oh, man. Please tell me that I saved some of that work. This rarely happens, but when it does, it's a doozy. Is it gonna let me recover? Oh brother, let me go out of SketchUp and come back in and see if it will recover. It didn't look like I lost that much. So let's go to SketchUp right here. Hoping. Usually, if you go out of SketchUp and come back in, it will say, "Hey, you got one entitled." I guess I'm out of luck, but looks like I didn't lose that much. I didn't, because I just lost those 3 walls, which is no big deal, because I can just go ahead and load that. Without that, it will load to make sure it's loaded. And we'll go around. And I still don't like how it's not 2 by 6 without cladding. Let's just see if we can save it right quick. 41, update, save, close. Now, if it doesn't work, I'm just going to keep going. Load this one. Load. Yeah, okay, that worked. You just got to keep, the sequencing is really kind of important on this stuff. I'm going to save this as soon as I get it. Is the trim going? Oh, it's the trim. Oh, you know what else I want to save? Is no trim. Update. Save. Load. And why can't I get down there? This is what's frustrating to me. No trim. Okay. This window gets bigger than your display. And I have a 24-inch freaking, I have a large CAD monitor. And let's see, we want there. All this, you know what's funny is all these little glitches sometimes you run into, it's still faster. That's all faster than me having to draw all this by hand and put all this sheeting on here and everything. Trust me, it's faster. And then what happens is the customer will say, well, I want this wall to be a foot taller. I can just go in here and update the wall. I can just go in here and in wall assembly, I can make it, 61 inches tall, update it, and bam. Now what I can do is I can make this wall cladding go up 41 inches. Let's see. You know what I just realized though? These 2 end walls need to be gable walls. Pooty doody. Pooty doody. Pooty doody doody. Pooty doody. Can't pay attention while I'm live streaming. Alright, so I'm going to show you how this works. Wall cladding, vertical offset. Let's go up 41 inches. And we'll check to see. See, that's a way you can cheat. Now there's a line there, and I'll show you how to get rid of that. Close. So I'm going to copy this wall to that one over there. I'm going to copy this wall, that, and I'm going to go down and select that wall cladding offset, vertical offset, and I'm going to select that one. And you saw it over here go up. Now when you start to print your drawings, you do your elevations, what you do, you just turn off the things that, like in the wall, if it's the wall sheeting, which most likely it is, you see that line goes away. And that's how, when I get ready to do my elevations. But if I'm talking about details to the owner, I turn it on just so I can show how it works. Now, these two walls really need to go away. Let's see. And I forgot about that, so excuse me. And these studs will also be, I'm going to talk to him about doing these studs on 2-foot centers, because I'm pretty sure, well, no, with that span we probably will have to do 16-inch centers, so we'll just leave that alone. Because the reason I'm bringing that up is because beside each of these studs will be a wood eye joist or a floor truss that goes across, kind of like this. We'll just draw one. We're just going to get it close. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, we'll just get it close, and then we'll just pretend 1.5, and then may have time to do this today, but to pretend this is a big old, see if I can get lucky and get the end of it. Boom, got it. So pretend that's every, well, don't pretend yet. There we go. Now pretend that's every joist in there, okay? Now what you can do is you can fasten it right here. We'll do this freehand. We'll have a little screw there, there, and there. And guess what that's going to do? That's going to provide some stiffness this way, in and out, right? Because if you set the wall on top of the floor system, now you've got a hinge there. Now there's nothing giving that stiffness, okay? And that's really kind of a mistake a lot of people make, unfortunately. But we'll forgive them this time. We're gonna select all that and delete it, because I'm gonna do the floor later, because it's not really what I really wanted to get to this roof, because I just want to see if we got any more questions. No comments. Leave your questions or comments. So now, you know what I could have done? I think I could have selected gable. I think in the update, I think I could have turned these into gable walls. Let's see if that's true. Somewhere, wall family. Here we go. Voila! You're a genius. You're a genius, Nathaniel Wilkerson. And I think we're looking at a 10-12 pitch. When he first started, you couldn't convert a standard wall to a gable end wall, and he changed that. Let's see. Let's update. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, now we got to go. Where's the wall height? Here we go. 41 on both sides. That looked kind of strange, didn't it? There we go. That's just beautiful to me, because now I don't have to deal with changing. Now I can change both of these. What is that little booger up there? Oh, that's he puts call outs on the wall so that when you're in plan mode, you're got a parallel projection going on. It shows you the wall, the call outs for the doors, which is pretty handy. I don't use it that often because I do my own floor plans. That's out of habit. 30-something years of habit. It's bad for you. Then we can select this one, hit that wall and gable, and I'll make sure this one says 41 this time. Update, and I gotta put 1012 in there. What's that? Oh wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to put 10 here and 10 here. Wait a minute, I'm getting all screwed up. Wall pitch, I'm getting all screwed up here. 10, there we go. Getting all backwards, update. There we go. I'm pretty sure the roof was at 10, 12, that I remember. Let's see. Let's turn it back on. Yep, there we go. I'm thinking about redoing that and seeing if I can get a minor roof in here. Now these walls need siding on them, and this is where, and this wall, really these walls down here can be the same. Like I can copy this wall and get the siding up to where I want it. I want this wall, and I want the siding, the wall cladding offset here to go up there, because I'm going to put a band, and then here. Yeah, that's what's so cool about this copy wall thing. Yeah, the framing is not really going up there. It's just the siding. And now what I'll do is I'll put a band on this wall. We shall put a band across here. That's looking good. Looking good. Now, what I'm still thinking about doing, did I put this in a group? I did. Did I? Yeah. I'm thinking about moving this over to the side and seeing if I can't just replace it, because I've kind of corrupted it with all my little experiments. Like, well, when Jack and I, when we were talking about the job, I can't remember what I did, but I got it all kind of weird. So what I wanted to do is probably try to put this roof back. I think what I exploded it is what happened. Pretty sure. Oh no, I didn't. Did I get lucky? Did I get lucky? Let's put it back then. And in that case, well, I think I'm trying to remember. I need to move this out of the way for a second. Let's move it 30 feet. That way we'll know how far to move it back. And this should be, I don't think this roof is the right height off the wall, so I'm getting at. Let's see, what is it supposed to be? Is it? Let's do this for a second so I can see. We'll put this little section on here, and then we'll move it to where we can see what's going on. right here. That's what I want to see. I want to see where the bird's mouth is sitting in relation to this wall. 2 foot 11 and a half. Where did I come up with that? Oh, I know what it is. This is it's supposed to be. I'm getting confused a little bit. Okay, so it's supposed to be, I think, at 5 feet off the floor from here. So there's the floor's right there, and we go up 17 inches. And we draw us a line over here. And then we measure up. We measure down to that line. 4 foot 10. So we're only 2 inches off. I think where we came up with that 5 feet was that typical head height. So let's move this up 2 inches. Oops. I gotta get just this. I was thinking it was 4 feet, but we must have made it 5 feet. The only thing about that is that means we're going to have to lessen the pitch a little bit because it's sticking up here. But this is where that section tool comes in handy. Just to be able to see without having to turn off a bunch of layers. Now I'm just going to grab it and delete it because I don't need it anymore. What I need to do now is take this and edit it. Pitch 12. What was this? Oh, it is 12-12. So how did I come up with a wall that looks... How's that possible? Because I made these walls 10-12. Oh wait, oh, that roof. Oh, I was looking at the overhang. Okay, pitch 10-12. Yeah, okay. That kind of freaked me out a little bit. But this one is a steeper pitch, I remember. So let me see if I can make sure I'm editing that one. Yeah, I made this one steeper because it could be. And so what we can do is we can try to we'll see what 11 does. That's going to make it shorter. Yeah, but if we make it the same, it's going to make the everything else. What am I doing? Why is this? I thought that was on 10. I'm confusing myself now. This is edit rafter. That's 10. Okay. This is edit rafter. Let's make it the same. That makes, even though it's going to be a little shorter. Update. Or what we can do is raise it up. I'm supposed to be able to lock that, go up, I guess I need a point. I guess I need like a point to go from. Yeah. So that's oh shoot. Can't see. Well, that might have been part of my problem. I had like 2 or 3 different windows open editing stuff. That's why I was getting confused a while ago. But I'm locking my axis, and I got to go up 12 inches. Yeah, we'll just call it 12, and that'll get it close enough to where the ridge cap. Now, do we go up 12 inches? Yeah, I think that, and keep the pitch the same. Or we could make it a little wider. You can also make it wider. Let's see what we've got it. If we've got some kind of logical dimension this way. We don't want to start messing with it too much. Yeah, that's 16 feet. We don't want to mess with that. So what it means is we can raise this up a foot, and that'll give us more head height at the corners. There we go. And we should be really close. Yeah. You want to keep things, like in real life, they'll make that match up. But I want to be able to say, this is 16 feet wide, it's a 10-12 pitch. This is 26 feet wide, that's a 10-12 pitch. You want to keep things simple. You don't want to go. You don't want to start going, well, this is 11.257 pitch, and this is 14 foot 9 3/4 of an inch, or that doesn't help anybody. All right. Now, I can't remember. I think this was where the pain was going to come because I think I have to. Let's try something here. Roof rafters. TGI roof, hip roof, Dutch roof, gable roof, shed roof. Okay, this is not what I want. I want a minor roof, complex roof. I've never actually used these. Move roof edge, edit roof plane, complex roof connection. Aha! What does that mean? On face of sheeting, complex roof connection. Select first roof assembly. Well, I'm selecting it. I have a feeling this is going to take training. So I may just do this by hand. I really love to be able to put a dormer on here without having to do a lot of cutting, but I may not. I may just have to hold my tongue. Let's see, complex roof. This is like a whole complex roof, and maybe that's what I should have done. Complex roof trusses are currently in development. Okay, good. That way I don't have to learn it. Let's go back. Rafters or minor roof. Complex roof. Edit complex roof. Move roof edge. Complex roof. I have a feeling this complex roof connection is like the complex roof. It's in development. So I know this minor roof works. Gable dormer. Okay. And we go here. Click first corner. Yeah. The problem is that it's not cutting out second corner. How do I get it to go? How do I get it to go level? Oh. See, I think uh, there was something about the other thing is I'm talking with Nathaniel about is that since I did the SketchUp Pro 2023 update. Oh, I see what it was doing. Let me try that one more time. let me try that one more time. I see what it was doing. I have to do, for something's going on with SketchUp 2023, the update, where you have to alt tab to get back into, yeah, let's try this. We're going to do this. Click first corner. Try to figure out how I go level. Well, let's just do it like this. Now you got to alt tab to get back into it and go back, say like 10 feet, and then say OK. Yeah. So see, it'll do the dormer wall, but it does. It's not what you have to do then is you got to build a little roof over it, and then but see, you still got to cut out that. So I don't really need that right now. So probably what I'm going to have to do is just dig in and get my butt situated again on this chair. My chair leans forward a little bit for some reason, and turn off this heat. See if we have any questions. No questions. So let's turn off the roof sheeting so we can see the framing and the soffit, all that. Now before I explode any of this, I want to make sure I got the framing the way I want it. So what I want to do is go into this one, and I want to get these outlooks, these lookouts, structural outlookers, yes. Horizontal outlookers, roof peak, no. We want to go on this, since we don't have a huge overhang, we can go like 36 inches. Let's just see what that looks like. Okay. Poo poo, poo poo poo, poo poo poo. Alright, so what we're going to do now is say no structural outlookers for now, and I'll worry about this later. We'll change that. Structural outlookers means this goes over to there. This, you notch out the house line rafter and it goes over to the next one. And I actually want these rafters at 16 inches on center. I just noticed it looks like they're on 24 inch rafter spacing. Yeah, this should be 16 because we got a roof load of like 60 pounds per square foot. There we go. I knew something was weird looking. And I think the overhang, it would be nice if it was a lot more. Let's see. I like a 24-inch overhang, but I don't know if he's going to want to do that or not. Let's do this. 24. 24. On a big building like this, I think it looks better. Update that. So what we're looking at is this overhang. Oh, it wasn't even 16 inches. That's what was kind of freaking me out a little bit. 24. 24. Yeah, that just looks better. Gives you more protection for your windows and doors. It just looks better. And let's tackle this structural outlooker thing, because I really don't want to go back and draw these. Yes, what it does is it's saying custom or none gable end rafter. Okay, so we go to our gable end rafter, and where is it? Gable end rafter custom. Okay, then you can go back down here and tell it yes, structural outlookers. See, and it'll pop them over. Because what this does is you notch out that gable end rafter needs to be the same as same. I don't understand this because this doesn't make any sense. We use the same. We use the same gable. The house line rafter is the same as all the others, and I don't know why it does this. I'm gonna say custom, and then I'm gonna say gable rafter depth is 9.25. Well, that worked, but I shouldn't have to do that. But I'm not complaining. Not complaining at all because it was done for me. What else can I ask? Now it's nice if this. What's nice is if this rafter, um, if I've got a rafter close to the end like this, sometimes I'll go ahead and take the lookouts over. What does he call them? We call them lookouts, but he's calling them outlookers. I think he's a northerner and I'm a southerner, so we call them lookouts. And barge hangers, we also call them barge hangers because this is the barge rafter out here. This is the house line rafter, the one right on the house line. These are common rafters, and these are going to be valley rafters. And so what I might do is see what 16 inches looks like because that might be the magic number on the overhang. And down here, I don't know why he separates these, but again, I'm not complaining because I love having these parameters that you can just change. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. That looks pretty good. And then what you do down here is you put there's a soffit cut that goes on. Edit rafter assembly. Normally I wouldn't spend this much time, but I'm getting ready to explode this, and I want it to be all right before I rafter on the soffit. Drop type. Let's go down here. Fascia. Let's do this. Somewhere there's a way to call it fascia depth. There is a parameter. Help me find it. It is it up here? Bird's mouth, ceiling joist, rafter spacing, gable end, roof options. Subfascia, it should be right in here. Rake board, outlookers, soffit cut, yes. I don't know why that's. Oh, that says in inches. Let's try 6 and see what happens. Oh wait. 2. Yeah, that's the amount it wants to cut off. What you do is yeah, so it's not that much. So we want to go, where did it go? Soffit cut. 1. It needs to be right at the bottom of the. I don't remember having to deal with this before, like this. And the fascia drop, flush. That puts it there. It should be drop. So what that does is that drops the fascia, and this is correct. Where when you put your decking on, it intersects right there, like that. So that's correct. But then Yeah, that's close enough. We're not going to get, as long as it's not hanging down. What we do is we cut this plumb cut right here on the rafter tail so that it comes to the bottom of the subfascia. And I don't know why. If I say, where was it? If I say 0, okay, well, why didn't it just start off at 0? I don't know. Somehow it got a word in there, no, in there for some reason. That's the way it should be, like that. And then, of course, this gable, we nip off this, we nip that off on the barge rafter. So that way you can put a level soffit on here. Okay, so that's all close enough. And now all I want to do is go in here. That's good. And then change this, edit this one. And we want to make it 16 inches on center. Now these, we'll try this 16. This one could probably stay at 12. 16, let's see what it looks like. It's 12. This doesn't, you don't gain a lot by making these sides, some big number. On dormers, it's usually best to keep them around 12 inches because it's just a smaller roof and it doesn't need to be. And so let's go up here and we're going to change this to 12. Well, we'll leave that at 16. That'll make it line up with the bottom, with the with this roof. That makes it line up that way. And then we can change our structural outlookers to yes and horizontal. Let's see if we're going to get the same message. Yep. So we got to go up here and say custom. And we're going to say 9.25. Update. There we go. Now this is a better situation where we'll see after we change this to 24 inches on center. Rafter spacing, 16 inches. Rafter spacing. I'd like to vote on how all this stuff gets, because rafter spacing is way down here. Really should be up here with the main batch of information. It's like the first thing you ask. What are the rafters going to be on? 16 inch centers, 24 inch centers, 19.2. Alright, so that looks good. And we got to do our soffit cut. Now see here, now I know just to say 0. And you saw it come up. You saw that level off. That's good. I liked it. I'm good right now. And so we're going to close this and that. Are we ready to explode it all? And what I may do is move this over. I think I'm getting smart in my old age. I'm going to move this over like 150 feet. And you always want to put a specific number in there in case you have to. I'm going to move it back right now. 150 feet. Now I'm going to leave that one alone and I'm going to explode these. Explodamundo. Let's see, before I do, let me do that. I need to make sure I got the what is the roofing that he's got on there? What is the roofage? Where is it, man? It just drives me nuts how this window is going down below where I can't see, and I bet that's what I'm looking for. Roof cladding, yes. Whoa, man. I'm glad I checked that. We want to do weatherwood is fine just for now. I just want to have a placeholder for it. Hip and ridge cap, yes. And gutters, yes. Update. I want to have all that stuff on. I don't like that color, but I don't guess it matters. Let's change it right quick. I like this weather. I like the grayer, the Harvard slate, Harvard smart roofing. There we go. Then we're going to turn this on. Edit it. We're going to put. We don't want ceiling joist. I'm going to have to manually put the collar ties in. And what is it we wanted? Roof cladding, yes. And we want the Harvard slate. And what else was it? Hip and ridge cap, yes. We don't need gutters on this. So we're going to update that. Okay, close. Now, we've got pretty much everything we need on that. And now we're going to copy it over to here. This and this. The reason I'm doing that is because I know every owner in history they love to make changes. It's just their prerogative. Okay, enter. And I'm going to be ready for them. Because now I can explode this one. Explode this one. And I'm ready to tie in my valley, which is really what this whole video is about. What, 2 hours later? We got any more comments? Nobody's commenting, so it doesn't matter. So we're going to turn off our roof cladding. And what happened to our sheeting? Okay, good. Now, it would have been best if this, I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's, is it too late? No, it's not too late. Let's turn off our cladding and our sheeting. Our sheeting was already off. What I really want is this ridge, because this is one thing I'm anal about right here. I want this to be lined up. Yeah, okay. So how far do we move it up? A ½ inch. That way I'll know the wall height difference. Yeah, okay. There we go. Now we can explode them. I'm happy. Explode. I get a little giddy when I get like this. So now, let's see. We need a true valley. Oh, that's the other reason we need the ridge line up, is because we need a true valley. Or do we? Well, to start off with, we're going to have to take out the rafters between here. We don't want to take them out though, do we? If I could cheat and get one side to line up, we could do a and this is just for graphics representation anyway. It's not going to be exactly. See, like that, and all these points should hit, and I don't know why they're not. if they're on 16-inch centers. Is this pitch not the same? This is another thing I can do now. I can go over here and I can say edit, and that says 1012. Edit 1012. Oh, I know what it would be. It would have to be, I'm going to keep up with this. Probably have to line. We're just going to have to bite the dust now. And I'm going to move it back. Yeah. Oh, I just moved. Oh, I see what happened. I just moved that one rafter. I thought I was moving the whole thing. That's what's wrong with exploding this stuff. Is that now I don't have the benefit of moving stuff around. Let's turn on our floor for a second. And let's see. Let's turn off our wall sheeting. Oh, this is the gable wall. Okay, I got it. So we're just going to have to look through all this. If I build an 8-foot wall, I'm trying to think of the best way to do this is if this wall was sitting up at 8 feet, we wouldn't have to have a true valley. We could build this roof on top of this one, which is what people do 99% of the time. I guess I'm out of frame where I. What we'll have here is we will have a wall that's sitting right here, going down to the floor like that. And I'm just doing like a schematic wall for right now, and it'll come out. Let me make a group out of it so I don't interfere with other geometry. Set the framing. I'm trying to understand why. Oh, this might be part of the problem right here. This is supposed to be lined up with this might be part. I was trying to figure out what the issue was. This should be lined up with the framing. This house line right here should be. And why is that? Oh. Why does that not have a bird's mouth in it? What's going on here? Oh, that's bizarre. The house line doesn't have a bird's mouth in it. bizarro. But even if it doesn't, it should be flush with the framing. Oops. Now here's where I'm going to pay for my sins. Because now I got to grab everything. Booger eaters. Booger eaters. Pumpkin eaters. Y'all ever say that when you were kids? Booger eater, pumpkin eater. I'm going to try this over again. I'm going to try to go right here and select everything. I got most everything. I need this. Here's my Steve Martin routine. I need this. I really need that, and I really need this. What was that? The Jerk, the movie The Jerk, where she's kicking him out of the house, and he's walking through trying to take stuff with him. Lamps, stuff. It's pretty funny. That's old school humor right there. You Gen Zers aren't familiar with that. Could get in trouble now, or what do you mean, Gen Zer? What do you mean? Let's see, I'm not going to need those barge hangers anyway. So I'm going to bring this out. Hope I got everything. I'm getting ready to find out. Oh, I don't have the subfascia board down there. Thought you were going to get away, didn't you? Do I have this one? You know what I should do is make this a group. Oh, you know what? Oh well, I'm just missing the sheeting, and the roofing is not a big deal. Well, the soffits are a big deal. I really should have fixed this before. I'm just wondering now if it's worth fixing it over here and then copying it again. Y'all are going to go nuts on me if I do that, aren't you? What did I do? All I did was I can easily change this by just fixing that. So all I really have to do is delete all this junk. This is a good reason to do what I did. Let me get to where I can see better. Yeah, I didn't realize I didn't realize I was making a big boo-boo. So now I can take this and this and move it 150 feet again, or copy it. Oops. I don't want to lose this one. Now I've just proven why. 150 feet, not inches. Now let's see if this is all lined up before I start exploding the building, the buildage. This thing, this one, is supposed to be this barge rafter, this house line rafter, and I don't know why it's not flush with the wall down here. I know why, because I was just throwing things around. We were just batting ideas. I shouldn't say throwing things around. We were throwing ideas around. And oh, it's got to be moved up too, doesn't it? And so I wasn't really, nothing was serious. Now I'm getting serious. Let's go down, and then we'll go back up. Now we're copacetic now. And this is lined up. Oh, that's because I set it on top of the wall. That's right. What is that all about? I think I can get rid of this picture, or let me make myself a pix layer. This is what I normally do. Make a pix layer and then put the pix in it. Turn it off until I need them. So that's lined up. And what we need is another 8. We need an 8-foot wall now to see where our. Let's see if that's the right length, because I'm going to copy that. Copy Roger. Because what you're going to have is this wall. I ain't going to worry about the length of that wall right now. I'm just going to put myself a temporary one, another one over here. And we'll frame it. Once I get through all this excitement, we will frame it up out of with the real studs. And I'm going to put myself a hypothetical wall in there. And it's going to be 8 feet. 8 feet 1. What is that? 6 feet 2. Huh. That wall is 6 feet 2 tall. We may be better off than I thought. Let's see. Let's go. A real 8-foot wall is 8 foot 1 1/8. So let's just do it the right way. The wall, it's funny how tall, how big this building is. It makes it, that wall doesn't look 8 feet tall, does it? And then, so what we would do is we would put that where it meets the back of the rafters. This is what you would normally do. You would run it over here, because what you would be doing is setting, it's not liking it, whatever I'm trying to do, because you would normally be setting your ceiling joist on top of this wall, and I may not be able to get this perfect. You know, then, because you would, depending on your ceiling height, right, then you would put ceiling joist. You'd put a wall, 8-foot wall there, and an 8-foot wall over here, and you'd run ceiling joist across them. I think he actually wanted 9-foot, which really would solve this issue a little bit. Is I think he wanted a 9-foot ceiling up here. So let's make this. Now that I think about it, I'm gonna move this over 12, and oh, it's not 12. It would be 10, right? No, it'd be 12, and then this would be 10, right? Because we have a 10-12 pitch. See, that's how that works. I moved the wall over 12 inches, and I moved it up 10, and it's the right height. The reason I'm doing all this is because I'm trying to see where the ceiling's going to break, because where the ceiling breaks, we don't have to do a true valley, but we're probably going to have to do one all the way up anyway, because it's just going to be, that's just the way it's going to be. See, you're gonna have collar ties coming this way too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw us a ceiling joist. Get to where we can see. We're going to start here. See if I can do this without having to, and we're going to go up. I don't know if I'm getting this right or not. Now this we could use 2x8, so we could go 7.25. And then we're going to come all the way back over. Alright, I did it. I got it all lined up. When it closes like that, you know you did something right. Then we're going to make this a group, and we're going to slide it over. Now we're not really going to have a wall there, so what we need to do is bring this out. That's why I said earlier hypothetical wall. We're going to bring this out, and we're going to cut these off to where they line up. And I probably should have. I don't know if that doesn't look like I don't think I got that. No, I didn't. So I need to move this back a little bit. And this doesn't have to be perfect, because when we nip these off, we'll make a pattern, and we typically cut this back so it doesn't interfere with the decking at all. We rarely try to make it perfectly line up, because if this sticks out, then you're gonna have a bump in your roof decking. But we can draw it that way and kind of dream a little dream along the way. Maybe it gets flush, maybe it doesn't. It doesn't matter. What I'm going to do this time, I'm going to use that rafter as the guide, and then I'm just going to cut it off like that. That's what I should have done before, because I'm in a group, so I don't have to worry about that line sticking to the rafter. There we go. Now I'm going to paint. I'm going to paint that. What happened? What happened, dude? I deleted something. I was talking. There we go. Now I'm going to paint that the same color as all this other stuff, just so we're consistent. Why is it not? Okay. Yep. Now we're going to run this over here. Let's see. For now, I'm going to put it over here. Where's the house line? Put it right there. And I'm just going to guess. We're going to shoot it out there 30 times. Then we'll go see how we did. Not too bad. Not too overblown. Get rid of that one, that one, that one, that one. And this one, yeah, that one has to, that's the house line rafter, so I didn't expect it to end up perfectly. So we just have to move it back to there. There you go. Now you got your 9-foot ceiling. And the reason I like to put those in is because it's going to help me know where the transitions are. And I'm going to copy one. Roger. And I'm going to turn it 90 degrees. I'm trying to keep it on the same plane here. 90. Now I'm going to start one on the inside of the house line rafter over here. And we'll just use this one to kind of, where am I? Like that. Well, how can that be? How can that be? How can that be? Am I just missing something here? How can that ceiling joist be exactly the same? What am I missing? There's a Fibonacci secret here. Okay, so I went up 9 feet, and that made that 16 feet, and this turns out to be, I don't know. That's bizarre. Never had that happen before. So I know what the hippies are saying. Synchronicity, man. I used to be a hippie back in the 60s. I was born in 62, so that qualifies me as a hippie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I click already? Yeah, times 5. Alright, so that'll get us there going. That gets us going there. Right there. Now, I think what I want to do is just kind of rig this a little bit where I take a rafter. See if I have any questions or comments. Y'all are boring today, I tell you what. This just gotta... Is this not... Oh my gosh, it's not exploded yet. These are not exploded yet. Amazing. I made that long without exploding them. So does that mean... Yeah, that's right, because I moved that out. I moved this out where it was lining up with that wall, and I didn't explode it. So now what do we got? Yeah, we got individual rafters. That's what I need, because what I want to do is take a rafter and copy this, Roger, and I'm going to turn it 45 degrees. I don't know if this will work. I think it will. 45. And we should be able to get this to line up. Should be able to get it to where it is, well, not the angle, but the okay, I need to explode this even now. Explode. I'm basically just using a rafter to get started on my valley rafters. That's all I'm doing. Because I still have to, what is, let's see what it is. Hey, let's ask ChatGPT if it knows. This will be funny. Oops. This will be the true test. What is angle of valley rafter on a 10, 12, I think it's like 33 degrees, 10, 12 pitch roof. If you say something like 30 degrees, I'm gonna freak. So the valley rafter, okay. Oh man, it's 39.81. The slope of the angle of the roof is 39 point. Okay, the slope of the angle of the roof, that's the slope of the angle. That's the 10-12. The valley rafter would be closer to what I'm saying, like 33 or something. That is the roof angle, but not the valley rafter, not the rafter of a valley, rafter. Does that make sense? It's going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? I apologize for confusing to calculate the angle of the valley rafter. It's awesome. It's going to be less than 39. It's going to be about. Oh, look at the math, man. Look at the honest. Look at the math. Okay. I just want the answer. You don't have to explain. Blah 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 blah. I know it's. Uh, no, the angle of the valley rafter for a 10-12 pitch roof with two intersecting roof planes of the same pitch is approximately 55 degrees. That is incorrect, Bob. That is more than the roof pitch. Where did he go wrong? This square root of 10 minus 82. 2. That's not correct. So the angle of the valley rafter for 10-12 pitch roof intersect the same. No, it's going to be. I wonder how long I can move away from this screen. That seems. That pitch is more than the roof. See, this is correct. 39.81 is correct for the 10-12. That is a higher angle than the roof pitch. The valley rafter pitch is lower than the main roof pitch. You're correct. I apologize. Okay, dude, you can't be. I don't understand why. Is it my prompt? No. 612. What are you talking about? Alright, we're just going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. Pitch of the valley rafter for a 10-12 pitch roof with one intersecting roof plane is at a 612. Where did you get the 612? No, it's two roofs at 10-12 intersecting each other. Thank you for the clarification. Alright, I'm gonna give you one more chance, and then I'm gonna go figure it out myself. Rafter length. $34.99. That a baby. So the angle of the valley roof for two intersecting 10-12 pitch. You got it. You got it, baby. Glad to be of assistance. I'm gonna copy this whole thing, because you gotta be, the whole point of this really is that you have to be careful how you give it prompts, and you kind of have to know what you're talking about too, because I knew it was wrong, and had to keep prompting it to get the right answer. Let's go to Google Drive, and we shall do a new document, and we shall paste it, because I do want to. 34.99. Now let's test her out, because I'm pretty sure I told you it was less than the roof pitch. So what we're going to do is get in this angle, and we're going to get down here, and we're going to draw a line up. Let's see. and we're going to come over here, and then we're going to take our compass, and we're going to go 34.99. Is that what he said? Yeah. See, that's what I thought. I thought I was saying it was like 33 or something. I just it's been a while, so I was. Now what we could do is take our rotate tool, and we can put it right there. Put it on the rafter, and then oops. I meant to pick the rafter first, and then get this like this. Pick the rafter and rotate that. Now it should be close. What? Hmm. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Well, we're just going to do this old-fashioned way, and then we're going to check to see what the difference is here. We'll get it. What you can do is you can take yourself a line down here somewhere, and oh, I know why. I need to know where the roof intersection is. What we can do is turn on our roof sheeting, and what we could do is put this down here temporarily. I may have just come up with a quickie way. Let's see what the internet says. If I had my rafter square with me, my framing square has all this on it. Behind rafter angle for 2, 10, 12 pitch roofs intersecting. No, it's not 45 degrees. Is this gonna have a little rafter, a little thing on it? No, it's garbage. I don't really want. I just want the answer. I don't want to have to. All right, we're not. This is a waste of time. I think I don't know why he got it off the Chat GPT, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come under here now and turn off. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw a line from here to here. And we're going to use that as our slope. Then I'm going to turn off the roof sheeting. And we're going to put it on that line down here. And I promise you, it's going to be more like 33 degrees. I promise you. I'm going to be, I bet you anything I'm correct. Oops. Oops. And I bet you if I draw a line, oops, I bet you if I draw a line from here, now this has got, the problem is this is, yeah, since we tilted that over, I need a plumb line right there, and I need a line going that way, and then I need to take the compass and I need to put it right here. 30.5 degrees. Huh. Well, let's see if that let's extend this on up. And what we can do is we can take, and the center of this rafter goes, let's move this, the center of this right here goes right there, just like that. Now, that's if you have a single, why does that not look like it's in the center? There. So the 45 degrees is the angle. Maybe some of you might be getting confused. The 45 degrees is this angle. If you're looking straight down on it, the valley is 45 degrees relative to the floor plan, the plane of the floor. But this angle here, is lower. The valley rafter angle, I know this just from cutting so many of them, is lower than the angle of your roof. The angle of the roof is that like 34 or something. And I always, you always know that that's the 39.8 was that. So you know that the valley rafter roof angle is going to be lower, and that's why when ChatGPT kept saying when it kept saying these numbers that were higher than like 33, I thought it was going to be that I knew it was not right, because it came up with 55, which is higher than the main roof, and that's what I kept telling it, that when it said 55, I said that is a higher angle than the roof pitch. The valley rafter pitch is lower than the main roof pitch, and it's like, yeah, you are correct. I apologize. Whatever, just give me the answer. And then I was like, no, that's not the roofs. That's not two roofs at 1012. Somehow it got in its mind that it was a 612 intersecting with the 1012, which is incorrect. Then we corrected it again, and he came up with this. I still don't understand how he came up. I was fooled a little bit because I thought this was close to the number I was looking for, which was 33 degrees. But it turns out, and there may be just something about what we've. I haven't got it exactly in there yet, but you'll see why I'm trying to get it exact, because now what you have to do is get it to where these. Well, that should be the proper height. If that's the correct angle, and this is in the center, what you can do now, and this is what's cool about this, is we'll have to explode all these rafters. Because see, the way he does it, the way Nathan does his extension is he makes these two rafters, this whole bay here as a group. So what we'll have to do is take that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. But just to finish up the ChatGPT conversation, is you always need to, you'll obviously have to double check it, because it depends on the prompt and the job. And why is it showing me that as a group? What did I do? I didn't mean to group that. I meant to I meant to explode them, not group them. That's what I get for talking while I'm trying to do work, real work. Explode. Because I'm going to use one of Nathan's really cool features here, I'm going to select, now, before I do that, I want this valley rafter doubled. So what I should have done, I'm glad I thought of this. I'm so glad I thought of this. This should be, this point right here should be here. And then there should be another one. Get over there. This one should be right there beside it. Okay. There we go. Now, that's because we want our, I know here, and especially a roof that like this, you're going to have to still feel like this. I still wonder if this overall thing is, yeah. See, this is right. This is perfect. These rafters are supposed to be going to the center of this valley rafter. That's perfect. Perfection. Because you want, when we cut these rafters back, you still want the plane of the decking to go to the center. So that line I drew on the decking was the proper, obviously the proper angle. Now what you can do to make this simple is you can use the trim tool from the tools, from the truss tools. Let's see, where is it? What happened to the wall tools? What happened to trim, and what happened to the trim? What happened to trim? Used to have it down here. I think he moved it. Booga. Well, he moved it because he separated it. And I don't have my I wonder if my license will work. The thing is, is this what it is? Is it project? No, I don't think so. I may have to send, what time is it? Yeah, it's getting late anyway. I've been doing this, been working on this for a while. Maybe I'll show you one. I'm not going to do all of them because this makes it so much faster. Let me go back a second. There's one that has tools. Where is it? He moved it to Medique project. Let's go to Medique, and let's go to they're always in my account thing, so I don't know where they are. Resources, Medique truss, wall, foundation, floor, project, electrical, seismic, ground snow load map. Huh. Well, dang. Services, API, tool service, truss, beam calculator. What the heck? Snow load calculator. What the heck? What the heck? He's added so much stuff. Sliding, wind calculator, wind loads. Nail calculator. Holy cow, Nathan has been working his butt off. Portal frame. I wonder what happened to the portal frame thing. square foot, stem wall, deck, chain. There was one that was like tools, and it had the. I'm gonna have to send him a building codes and standards. Oh my God! What in the world is IBC in there? Oh yeah, there it is right there. Source. What in the world? All right. So, oh, he's just got links. Okay, duh. I thought it was gonna be like search or something. That's funny. So Nathaniel has been. I got a habit of calling him Nathan. Nathaniel has been working his 2D off tools. Okay. So somewhere there was a list of what it was. Is a you could select a surface. It used to be in this trust extension, and what it was a trim tool. It was a trim tool, and what you could do is you could select the back of this. Like I could select the back of this group right here. That and then it would trim this rafter to it. But what I can do is I can just kind of show you what it did do. Is I can put I could go here, go in here. I could put myself a reference line, and then I can pull this all the way up. Which is not going to be perfect, but it'll kind of give you an idea. It's probably going to be a bad example because it's too short to, yeah. So what it is that would go kind of like there, and then you take this one and run it up to where it's like that. Alright, so what happened to the other part of the rafter? It's way up here. That's not too bad. I can just delete all that stuff. Yeah. Now it's sloped. The only problem is, is that it's really like this. Hold the shift key down and then come down to here like that. It's really kind of like that. Oops. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go find out what happened to the trim tool. Because see, if I had the trim tool, I could cut all these rafters back to this valley rafter, and it would be very quick. Because what I do, I cut all these rafters on this side to that side, and I cut all these rafters to this side of the valley, and it would just be like bam, 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 and I would be done. So probably gonna do a part 2 on this job, unfortunately. See if there's anybody that's crazy enough to have been watching this long. Where did I go? Did I delete the? No, no, nobody's crazy enough. So we will see you next time, and I'll have a part 2 of this. I'll probably just do a live stream on cutting out the valley rafters. That would be probably the most interesting thing of the whole 4 hours. How long have I been going? Where does it show? Anyway, we will see you next time. Thanks a lot. I appreciate everybody watching.